I hate to leave my nice apartment here in Brooklyn, but time to go back to Arizona and do some videos. Miss the snow. It's been a long time since we had a Toyota Sienna van, so I'll get on the website and order one, and I see they have them in green. I don't like green. Let's try another color. That's the one I want. Bright red. So they'll see me coming. Unfortunately, I'm told all they have available is black. Nice color if you live in Alaska, I guess, not the desert. I'd settle for a blue one, Toyota. Well, let's see what they're going to send. Here's the price structure, around $41 grand for the base, and the Platinum, around $58,000. Here's the price sheet on my computer screen for easier viewing, supposedly. And this is the upgraded Platinum version. So we're driving in style. Here's a safety rating for those interested in crashing their vehicle. And like the price sheet we saw, $56,145, we're at the $57,000 mark, but as always, options. Digital rearview mirror, $200. Door sill protectors, $95. Blah blah cargo tray, $140. Wheel locks, $90. All-weather floor liners, $260. Dollaring us to death. Surprised they're not charging us for paint color. And here's the total tab. Back in the old days, the van had a 3.5 liter V6, rated 19 to 27 mpg, 23 overall. Here we have a 2.5 four-cylinder hybrid, 245 net combined horsepower with a CVT transmission, and claim fuel economy of 36, 36, 36. Which sounds a lot better than the 23 we got off the V6, but can we really get this? We'll find out. So we saw the pictures on the computer, and here it is in person, and yeah, they did send a black one. Not my favorite color, but hey, it's a nice 60 grand vehicle, so why complain, right? And yep, it's a long one, as we would expect on a minivan. Not so many, though. Here it is from the rear. One of the first things we do when we get a vehicle is check and see what brand of tires they're giving us, because a lot of car makers are putting cheap junkers on to save money, but here we got a nice set of Michelins, top of the line. No complaints here. Then we check to see if there's a spare tire, and we do get third row seating, by the way. 1, 2 in the front, 2 buckets in the second row. And how many can fit on the third row? 3 monkeys or kids, I suppose. They claim 7 passengers. I guess I can go along with that. As far as a spare tire goes, I don't see one, nor do I see a jack. I do see a space to put it in this big hole here. The way it is, I don't know how to get it flat. That's why I have my spare tire kit in here. Well, not a spare tire, but a bunch of air pumps, stop leak, and things like that. You're taking this on a long highway trip. Get a spare tire and stick it in here somewhere. Beats walking. All people say, oh, just call the auto AAA or whatever. Yeah, do it on a 3-day holiday weekend when you're 100 miles out of town at midnight. Doesn't work, my friend. And unlike other car testers who only drive their vehicles in the daytime, we drive it at night. We test them at night, test the headlights, see how they perform. We already did that on this. It's a nighttime video that's separate than this. We'll have a link for that at the end of this video. So you get 2 videos for the price of 1 free. We're not going to do a long, drawn-out video showing all the controls and everything. There are too many videos like that on YouTube already. What we're going to do here is concentrate on driving performance and fuel economy numbers. They're claiming 36 on the highway, 36 in the city, 36 overall. But can it really get that? We'll rack about 300-400 miles on it and see if that's true. Let's take a quick look in the cabin. We get a decent-sized glove box. A lot of room in here if you take out all those owner manuals, which fill up all the space. The info screen is large enough. Good resolution. The climate controls are separate from the info screen, the way it's supposed to be. Thank you very much. Among all this dust, yes, dusty day, and glare, we have the drive mode button. Or should I call it a switch? Give you normal, sport, or eco. Sport mode on a hybrid van. Who would have guessed? Since we have the deluxe model, we don't have a standard rearview mirror. We have a camera set up, giving a wide view. Good resolution quality as well. As a rule, I don't like auto-dimming mirrors or electronic mirrors at all, but this is a pretty nice setup. We're paying a lot of money for this platinum version, so we expect something goody like this. And we got a compass on the gauge cluster so you don't get lost. For daily commuting, this is a nice van. The steering has good feel and feedback, with excellent response. The ride is comfortable. The brake pedal feel is the way it should be. Acceleration-wise, the old V6 with the rail transmission got 60 miles per hour in about 6.5 seconds. With this hybrid, around 7.5 seconds. We have that CVT transmission that likes to drone and make all kinds of weird noises. If you're in a hurry, this is not a good combination to have, but it's designed for fuel economy and daily transportation, not racing, so I don't think too many owners will complain. I do not like CVT transmissions, but that's what Toyota gives you if you buy a hybrid. You just have to suck it up. Fortunately, they're more reliable than other manufacturer CVT transmissions. They rarely seem to break, so it is one blessing in disguise. Stopping, nice brakes. So I think what we have to do is take this out, do a lot of trips, and get some fuel economy number readings on the computer here, and see if we can get the 36 mpg as claimed. One gripe I have, you see how the dash reflects into the windshield. Very annoying. Not a deal killer, but it's annoying. It only happens at certain times of the day, certain angles, but it's annoying. I never see this problem in European cars. You think the Japanese would learn how to eliminate this, but apparently not. Let's take a look at the computer and see what fuel economy was going on before we got the vehicle. And here are two trips they took. 28.7 being the previous best and 30.8 being the latest on a delivery. So let's reset everything and do a 120-mile highway trip. This van is a smooth highway cruiser. Of course, with a long wheelbase, you'd expect it to be so. As far as cornering ability, well, this isn't a sports car, and if you have a long wheelbase van with a lot of gear in the back like I do, you get the tail wagging the dog effect. But again, this is not a race car. You'll not be taking corners with it. It's made for long distance cruising like this. And the wind noise is very low, by the way. Very nice long highway cruiser. Well, we ran into a nasty storm with high winds, crosswinds that is. Stability's pretty good as long as you turn off the steering assist nonsense that wants to control the steering wheel. Bounces you around all over the place. I turned it off and now we're driving smooth just fine. Now if we can just get away from this trucker convoy that's blowing stuff all over the place, making more crosswinds. I think this is the last truck. Oh, no, there's another one. Well, we'll be free of this eventually. Still, this is a nice highway cruiser, and I don't feel any drama at all driving this at 75 mile per hour speed limit. And these crosswinds are murder, I tell you that. Wonder if it's going to affect fuel economy. 120 miles, cruising around 75 miles per hour. Bunch of crosswinds, however, 26.9 mpg. So far we've been driving in the city. It's very, very cold outside. Now with the city driving, let's do some expressway driving and do a combination of both. Alright, 40% city driving, 60% expressway driving, cold weather, 26.7 mpg. Our last fuel economy test, a nice long highway trip. 75 miles per hour above. Outside temperature around 50 degrees. Alright, highway speed. Temperature 52 degrees. 32.2. I think that's the best we're going to see. So during our 1 week drive, our fuel economy ranged from 25 mpg to 32 mpg, with an average of just around 28 to 29 mpg. And I might note, Car and Driver magazine had one of these as well, same setup. And they averaged 28 mpg overall, and they're driving with a maximum of 33 mpg on the highway, so their numbers match mine, so I think these are pretty accurate numbers. So what's my take on this van or weekend driving? Well, you got 4 choices if you want a van. You got the Toyota Sienna Hybrid, you have the Honda Odyssey with the V6 non-hybrid, you have the Chrysler Pacifica, I think that's still made, not the best choice, and Kia seems to have a new van called the Carnival. Haven't seen that yet. I think the Toyota and the Honda are the best choice. If you don't want a hybrid, get the V6 on the Honda, and if you want a hybrid, get the Sienna. And there you have it. And if you want to see our headlight test and night drive, here's a link coming up. Just click and watch. You're already here, you might as well.